just noticed that the cursor isn't getting picked up when I move it about to point to stuff. So that's really annoying. So I do apologise. I'll put a note on the video for that. That's this entire paper. So I'll put yeah. So sorry, I just noticed that. Oh, very frustrating. But anyway, okay. Chris wants to store his umbrella in his locker. The locker is a cuboid with internal dimensions 40, 40, 70. Okay, we have digested this information. That's great. And he wants to put his umbrella in the locker. The umbrella is 85 centimeters long. He thinks it will fit between P and M. Is he correct? Okay, so the question is saying, is P and M, or what size is P and M? Is it bigger or smaller than 85? Okay. So we've basically got a triangle. There's P, and there's M. It's obviously a right angle triangle. Okay. There's the base, and there's the height. So the height's quite straightforward. It's just 70, isn't it? Because the walker is 70 in height. But the base, we're not really sure about the base because we're going diagonally along this square. So if we look at the base of the walker, it's 40, 40, and we're going along like this, aren't we? Okay. So let's call that x. X is going to be equal to the square root of 40 squared plus 40 squared, isn't it? Because we're just doing Pythagoras add. Okay. So what does that give us? Calculator. Okay, so that's going to give us 56 point, let's just say 6, okay, centimeters. So the base is 56.6 centimeters. So what is this length here going to be? Well, PM is going to be equal to 70 squared plus 56.6 squared, all square rooted, okay? So we've just used Pythagoras. I mean, the question's been dressed up, so it's three-dimensional and it's a little bit different to what people are used to, but effectively, this question boils down to Pythagoras. Okay, right angle triangle, A, B, and C. Okay, the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Doesn't really matter what you label A and B up as, totally fine. But C has to be opposite the right angle. Okay, so if we're trying to find our longest length, which is what we're trying to find here, then it's the square root A squared plus B squared. So that's what we're doing. So let's do that in the calculator. Okay, so this gives us 90.0 centimeters. And then just to actually finish the question, will the umbrella fit in? Well, yes. Okay. Yes, it will fit as 90 is greater than 85 centimeters. Okay. So marking scheme wise, you're going to get a mark for, or 2 marks for your strategy. So kind of like a mark for this, and a mark for this. You get your third mark for working out that the length is 90, and then a mark for your statement as well. Okay. So yeah, just take your time, label up your diagram, have a wee think. But yeah, this was effectively just a Pythagoras question. Okay. And don't forget to put a good sentence in English. That's 25% of the marks was just saying yes, it will fit. As 90 is greater than 85. Okay, some people awful would forget that. They would just work out 90 and call it a day. Okay, so just don't forget to double check the question and see what it says. Okay. Question 17, second last question, penultimate question. Ooh, looks a little bit looks tricky, isn't it? In the diagram below, AOD is a sector of a circle. Okay, so it's basically just describing the diagram. So once again, I'm going to say we don't need to. So the radius is 30 for AOD. Okay, so that would mean that this is 30 up to here, and up to here is 30 as well. Okay, so that's useful information. You know that. That's shown up here. And the triangle OB is 38. So this whole length is 38. So that's from there to there. should make this small indent here 8, wouldn't it? 30 plus 8. Yeah. And OC is 55. Okay, so that would make this small indent here 20. Calculate the area of the shaded region. Okay, well it sounds to me like there's going to be two areas to work out. The area of the triangle minus the area of the circle. Okay, so let's do the area of the circle first, shall we? So, area of the circle is going to be pi r squared times theta divided by 360. Standard equation. It's not given to us, unfortunately. But yeah, that shouldn't be difficult. Well, just double check. I don't think it's given to us. It's not. Pi r squared is in the volume of a cone, though. A third pi r squared h. So if you think of what a cone is the circle, the top. Okay. So a third pi r squared h. The pi r squared section is a circle. So if you forget, just have a look at your cone and think, well, it's that bit, isn't it? The third h is to do with the height. Okay. So area of a circle is that. Let's substitute in pi. Writing is terrible. So we've got pi times the radius, which is 30 squared. Theta is 75 divided by 360. So as I said before, the 75 over 360 is ratioing it, okay? If it was a full circle, we would just not have this second part of the equation, okay? So this part here we wouldn't even use. If that was what is the area of a circle with radius 30, that's the equation. But we want to know a portion of the circle, okay? And we want to know the 70, if a circle with 75 degrees of the 360, okay? So that's what's going on there. So let's put that in our calculator, see what we get. Okay, so that's 589.04 centimeters. Okay, so we've got the area, centimeters squared. I do apologize. So that is the area of our circle. I will now just do a little dotted line. I'm just going to rub this out to give me some space. So that's our circle. The triangle, okay, area of the triangle. Now, area of a triangle, I always think half base times height. I think triangles, okay? So there's your height, there's your base. Yeah, so the area is a half times the base times the height. Okay, but we don't have all that information here. We've got an angle and we've got two lengths. Okay, again, there's only so much they can really ask you at this level. So if they're asking you for areas of triangles and we don't think we've got enough information, look at your formula sheet. What have we got? Well, if we look at our formula sheet, we've got sine rule, roots, cosine rule, area of a triangle. Okay, area of a triangle is equal to a half BC sine C. Okay, sorry, why did I say that? It is getting a bit late. A half AB sine C. Sorry. Okay, so AB sine C, A and B are two lengths, and C is the angle. So I'm just going to draw over here. This would be our C, and this would be our A and our B. Okay, it's got to be two lengths either side of the angle, and we've got that. We've got the two full lengths, and we've got the angle. Okay, so it's going to be a half times 55 times 38 times sine 75. Okay, doesn't get a lot simpler than that. So let's stick that into our calculators. It's going to give us 1009.39 centimeters squared. So what looked like quite a complicated question is actually just two very basic equations that we know, and we've substituted numbers in for them. The circle was probably slightly easier than the area of the triangle. So the area of the triangle required a wee bit of knowledge and that you have to know where the two lengths and the angle are. Yeah. So we know both of them. Have we finished? We have not finished. We now need to take both of these away from each other. And I'm just going to be lazy and use my calculator. 1009.39 take away 589.04. So that's 420.35. So we just say shaded area is equal to area of the triangle minus area of the circle, which is equal to 1009.39 minus 589.04. Again, just show as much working as you can when you do these things. I'm quite bad, I suppose, for not showing all of it because of space. But please, the more you show, the more marks you will pick up, especially if you make a small mistake. Okay, and that's you. Now for 5 marks, that's a great question. Okay, really good question to finish off on. So you're getting your mark for your area of the triangle. You're actually getting 2 marks for the area of the circle. You get a mark for this part, and then a mark for finishing it off. You get a mark for knowing to subtract, and then a mark for your final answer. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so actually loads of marks for not a lot of, when you break it down, it's not that bad, is it? Okay, 2 more questions. Oh, there's one more question. Oh, I don't have time. Do I have time? I don't have time after another video.